Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study a part of biology known as forms in which cells exist. We are going to study this part of biology with questions and answers for a better understanding. The first question we have here says, the cells of the following organisms exist independently except dash. A. Paramecium. B. Amoeba. C. Escherichia coli. D. Rabbits. In this question, the correct answer is D. Rabbits. Research have shown that there are different forms in which cells exist. There are some cells that can exist independently, meaning that this cell can survive without the assistance of any other cell. So there are organisms that their cells exist as independent units. These organisms include Paramecium, Amoeba, Escherichia coli, and other organisms. But rabbits is not among. So these organisms known as Paramecium, Amoeba, Escherichia coli are organisms that their cells exist independently. The next question says, the longest cell in human body system is dash. A. Nerve cell. B. Muscle cell. C. Heart cell. D. Kidney cell. In this question, the correct answer is A. Nerve cell. Nerve cell is the longest cell found in human being. Research have shown that there are many cells that can be found in humans, but this nerve cell is the longest cell among other cells in the body system. The next question says, the number of cells found in a paramecium is dash. A. 5. B. 3. C. 1. D. 7. In this question, the correct answer is C. 1. Studies have shown that there is an organism called Paramecium. This organism has one cell in it, and that one cell in this Paramecium is capable of carrying out different life processes such as reproduction, movement, and other life processes. So there is one cell in this organism called Paramecium. The next question says, which of the following organisms has cells that exist as a colony? A. Volvox. B. Paramecium. C. Amoeba. D. Escherichia coli. In this question, the correct answer is A. Volvox. This Volvox is an organism that has cells that exist as a colony. Studies have shown that this organism has some cells that exist as a colony. There are some cells that exist as independent units. Some cells exist as a colony. So Volvox is an organism with cells that exist as a colony. The next question says, the division of labor and specialization of similar cells within a colony is best described as dash. A. Parenchyma. B. Differentiation. C. Hemolysis. D. plasmolysis. In this question, the correct answer is B. Differentiation. Differentiation is the division of labor and specialization of similar cells within a colony. The next question says, a single cell in amoeba plays the following roles except dash: A. Reproduction, B. Locomotion, C. Photosynthesis, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is C. Photosynthesis. There is an organism known as amoeba. Research have shown that this amoeba is a shapeless organism and it can be found in aquatic environments. This organism known as amoeba has one cell in it, and this one cell plays the role of reproduction. This one cell can reproduce, this cell can move, and this cell can also carry out other life processes. But this cell cannot photosynthesize, or this cell cannot carry out photosynthesis because it lacks a photosynthetic structure in it. The next question says, the cells of Eudorina exist as a dash: A. Colony, B. Filament, C. All of the above, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Colony. Research have shown that the cells of an organism known as Eudorina exist as a colony naturally. The next question says, which of the following is true about Euglena? A. Each cell exists independently. B. Each cell can photosynthesize. C. It has both plant and animal features. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. There is an organism known as Euglena. Research have shown that this Euglena is one of the microorganisms that we have, and each cell exists independently. The cell of this organism can carry out photosynthesis because it has a photosynthetic structure called chloroplast. This organism has both plant and animal features. All these things are facts about this organism called Euglena. The next question says, the primary locomotory organelle in Euglena is dash: A. Flagellum, B. Pseudopodium, C. Cilium, D. Mitochondrion. In this question, the correct answer is A. Flagellum. This organism known as Euglena uses a structure known as flagellum for movement in its environment. The next question says, which of the following organisms has cells that exist as a filament? A. Amoeba, B. Paramecium, C. Spirogyra, D. Escherichia coli. In this question, the correct answer is C. Spirogyra. Studies have shown that there is an organism called Spirogyra. This organism has cells that exist as a filament. The next question says, In colonial organisms, identical cells form a round mass and are held together by dash A. Cytoplasmic strand, B. Endoplasmic reticulum, C. Golgi body, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Cytoplasmic strand. Research have shown that there are organisms that their cells exist as a colony. These colonial organisms have identical cells that form a round mass and they are held together by what we call cytoplasmic strand. The next question says, cells are specialized and integrated into tissues, organs, and systems in the following organisms except dash A. Toad, B. Rats, C. Tomato plants, D. Amoeba. In this question, the correct answer is D. Amoeba. Research have shown that cells exist as part of a living organism. These cells can be specialized or when it comes to multicellular organisms, cells are specialized and they are integrated into tissues, organs, and systems. So when cells combine together, they will form what we call tissue. So when someone is talking about tissue, a tissue is just a collection of cells that perform a specific function. So in multicellular organisms, cells are specialized and integrated to form tissues, organs, and systems. But in unicellular organisms like amoeba, cells in these unicellular organisms, there is only one cell in them, so you don't get any other cell apart from one cell, and that one cell is capable of making that organism to survive. The next question says, which of the following prevents the spirogyra filament from desiccation? A. Mucilage, B. Psyllium, C. Pseudospodium, D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Mucilage. There is what we call mucilage in a spirogyra. We have said that spirogyra forms a filament. The cells of spirogyra exist as a filament, and this mucilage prevents the spirogyra from drying. The process of drying is what we call desiccation. So this structure called mucilage is a part or a structure in a spirogyra filament that prevents this spirogyra from desiccation. The next question says, the site of photosynthesis in a spirogyra is called dash A. Nucleus, B. Chloroplast, C. Cell wall, D. Vacuole. In this question, the correct answer is B. Chloroplast. Research have shown in cytology that this chloroplast is an organelle where photosynthesis takes place. So in a spirogyra, the site of photosynthesis is known as chloroplast. If this is the first time you are watching our video, if this is the first time you are joining this channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can study other topics that we have treated in many of our videos.